and products just in time for spring cleaning. This is what gives me joy.
Is it?
Your hacks. Yes.
Really? Well, I'm glad.
Make me look like a superstar
You're,
with my...
you're just trying to make me feel good, right? Because you really don't care about this
I
stuff,
wanted
right?
to clog my bathroom drain. What do you got? What do you got for me?
Well, because you know I'm the one that comes to clean it out.
Yes, he is. So, but you always tell me what to do, and I go, I don't know what to do, but you've got some hacks for us.
But you know,
today.
we take all these things for granted over the, especially wintertime. Nobody wants to do any work on their house.
No.
So these things kind of build up, and then all of a sudden you see that sink that drains slower and slower all the time, right?
Yeah.
What goes down your sink often is hair, and the reason it gets trapped in there. So I brought these drains. Okay, this is essentially what sits in your sink at the bottom, right? You got that pop-up, and this is how it really works. You got this pop-up. You pull that thing, it just lifts up and pushes an arm up in there. Well, an easy way to do this if you have access under your sink, and we showed this before. You reach down underneath, you unscrew this, right? And you pull out this rod, okay? The water's not there because the water's in the trap below. You pull this rod out, it releases this pop-up at the top here, and you can pull that out and clean it out, okay? Now, sometimes you don't have access to that area, and when you go to put it in, you just do it all again, you know, put it all back in. But when you look underneath the drain, and you look in here, you'll see these things for hair to get trapped on.
Yeah.
So once you get one or two pieces of hair, it just goes from there, and all of a sudden it glues up in there and gums up the drain. And then if you have a drain like this where you can't even get into and open up, it's impossible. So that happened to me this winter. My drain is like that. I can't even get inside it to clean it up.
Okay.
And I was thinking to myself, I don't like putting chemicals like Drano in the drain.
Right.
You know, it's not good for the pipes and things. So I'm looking around, thinking, what am I going to do? And I came across a bottle of depilatory cream.
Of what?
Depilatory cream. You know the stuff that melts hair?
Yeah.
Takes it off your hairy legs and whatever? Well, I thought...
Where'd you come across that?
Do I have to show you my legs? No. I don't do that to my legs.
Okay.
You know. But anyways, so I found a bottle of this stuff, and I thought, hey, this dissolves hair.
Okay.
And so I pumped it into the drain and let it sit in there for about 5 minutes, turned on the hot water, everything gone, sink drains nicely, so it's just hair.
Good on you.
So it's a great tip, and it's not, and it doesn't work the other way around. You can't go buy a bottle of Drano and put it on your legs and take off your hair. So don't do that. Don't do that. That's not good, okay? I know it's probably cheaper than this stuff, but it doesn't work that way.
But that's great.
Anyhow,
that's great. All right.
Sometimes we get damage on our drywall, and we've always talked about how to repair damage on drywall, and doorknobs go through. That's one of the biggest damages. And I came across this repair kit, and I thought, great, this is a great two-step thing, easy for people to do, okay? It's from Ryobi. It comes all in one. It's like a hole saw. So the kit comes like this, and it has a plate. So you've got drywall damage here. I'm going to just lift this up so you can see. This is typical.
Is it a plate that goes with the plate?
It's just one kit for one hole. You can get like a 3-part kit where it does 3 holes, but this one is a small kit does 1 hole.
Okay,
you can get replacements for it. All right, so you got small damage here. Normally we'd have to cut this out, put some wood in, or put a patch in and
We've
plaster.
done that before.
It's a lot
in the
of
show,
work. Okay, so with this kit, it comes with a little guide thing here, and it's got some double-sided tape. So you take the tape off, and it exposes the adhesive. You center it on your damage. So that is your guide. That doesn't move now.
Okay.
And then you take your patch. This is the actual patch.
Hang on.
Okay.
So let's say this is what that looks like. So you put it on the thing.
So you see it on there.
Got it.
So you take your patch, and this is your guide. So I'm going to lift this up and show you a little bit. It centers the drill, so it centers over top of the damage. And once you go through, this is a saw, and it cuts through. Let's get right through it. Hang on, I gotta do this like this. Sorry. Bear with me. Don't help me or nothing. No.
This is your segment. So I want you to shine.
Let's make this real easy.
What can I do for you?
Because this is spinning, I'm going to tell you, this thing goes into the drywall.
Go. Okay. Come on. Give it all you got.
Hang on. It's stuck now because I stopped. All right, here we go. I think my battery's dead. Come on. This is, okay.
So what happens after that?
So here's what happens, okay? Well, we didn't get all the way through. So here's what happens. This goes into the drywall, and it sits there. You can see how it's hard to go in. The battery's not charged on this, so I apologize.
I'm smiling.
And this is the beauty of live TV.
No, this is the beauty of what would happen to me at home. I saw him do it on TV, and I tried to do it, it didn't work.
And then what would happen?
I would call you.
Ramps it?
That thing.
I'm the one that messed it up this
Okay.
time. But anyways, no, seriously. So this sets in, and it goes flush with the drywall. Once it's in,
Perfect.
it's in there permanently. And you take some compound, and you
go
plaster
right
over
over
it,
that.
and it's done. It's got holes in it.
Bravo.
So it holds the compound, right?
That's why there's so many kids to it.
Right.
Got it.
So now, let me tell you,
Yeah.
so now this part is reusable. So you can get replacement pieces
Sure.
and you just keep patching holes as
Yeah.
you need to. But that holds itself in there. You don't need a backer board, you don't need anything. And if
Okay.
you just have a charge drill and you go through, it sets in.
Batteries
It's
not
easy to do.
included. Please make sure
Yeah.
your batteries are ready to go. We don't have we have time for squeaking floorboards.
Yes. Okay.
Now
So
that's okay.
one of the things that people don't know about is what's called a trim head screw. So when you look at a regular screw and you put it in, it's that silver thing there. Okay. It's pretty big. Trim head screw makes a lot smaller hole. Okay.
Oh.
Because the head on the screw. Let me show you the two different ones.
Okay.
Are very different. One's
Yes.
very small and one is very large, okay? So these are fantastic. I use these for repairing furniture. Sometimes when your chairs are loose and you got to get that joint tight, I pre-drill and I put one of these in and it just makes a tiny hole and it's easy to fill with some crayon or putty, right?
got it.
And one of the things I've found is if you have a squeaky floorboard that's really bad underneath carpet, these are great because it's got a small head. You can drive it through.
Stop it. Go right through the carpet.
And it'll go right through the carpet, and you won't even see where it is. It's gone through and it pulls the board down.
So good.
Right?
The name of the head of it again? The
sorry?
name is the
It's a trim head screw.
trim head screw.
So
All right.
they're little screws with small trim heads. These are fantastic for all kinds of repairs and easy to just patch them at the end, right?
Okay, rust
and then,
remover.
one of the things that, one of my pet peeves is when you have tools or, no matter how much you try to keep them clean, especially, these are stainless steel, but
Yeah.
they still rust a little bit. You
Yeah.
get that bit of moisture, they sit around, whether it's gardening tools or a hammer or anything. A great way to fix these is these pads from Lee Valley Tools. They're actually sanding pads from metal, so they come in fine, medium, and coarse. And you can take them, and this one is the medium, and you can take the tool and sand it, and it gets all the debris off.
Oh, easy.
And you see how it's just coming off? And this is the
Yeah.
medium one, so I would normally probably use the coarse one
Yeah.
to get started. And it'll just take everything off and get your
that
tool
comes off
back
really
Yeah.
fast.
And then once you're done with the coarse one, you see it's getting all the debris off.
Yeah.
And then you go on to the medium, and you get to nice bright finish again. So it really revitalizes
So you do
your
the
tools.
coarse one, and then you do the medium
So
one. Yeah.
depending on how much damage you have. So this one has rust in it. I'd probably go with the coarse one,
Yeah.
and I'd get the rust off
Owen
first.
will love you for that. Owen Reed.
Yeah, so you can see it,
Yeah.
it just starts to come off and starts to come clean. So it's a great way to revitalize your tools. It costs money, so you can just maintain them.
Yeah,
And
you should, yeah.
Give them longevity.
Dryer vent cleaner.
this is one of your big concerns is house fires, and I
Yep.
think it's valid. Dryers are one of those things we ignore because we just kind of use them and we think it just works.
And
it
it's
doesn't.
or it's way up on the wall, like you can't get to it
Well,
and clean it.
from where your dryer is to where it goes out of the house,
Yeah.
sometimes it's 30, 40 feet, okay?
Yeah.
And if you find that your dryer is not drying or it's taking longer to dry, it's because the vent is probably clogged.
So
It's
that should be a warning to
That's a
you.
warning. And really look at that because it could become
Yeah.
a hazard. I'm not saying it is, but it could become a hazard.
I think
okay?
so, yeah.
So just like anything else, just like you change your furnace filter, clean the ducts to the dryer. Now, you pull that filter out and you see all that lint, but what you don't see is all the lint that gets by and gets inside, okay? So there's kits like this, the dryer lint vac attachment. It's just an attachment like this that goes on your vacuum, and it's got this nozzle. It goes right inside that filter and gets in
You
about
mean
3-4 feet.
because there's the filter that's on the actual door, but it's the filter underneath.
Inside the door. Or even the door.
Wow.
You pull that out, this will go inside, you can get inside and vacuum, and you'll see everything just vacuuming up through
Yeah,
this
yeah,
hose,
yeah, yeah.
right? That's one way. You can get a different kind of kit, this one here from a building center, and these ones have all kinds of attachments. So it's got this brush here that goes inside, it's got this brush here that goes from the outside in the vent, because the vent is a round vent. So you can push these in and loosen up that debris. When you turn on your dryer, you'll see it all blow out the other side. Right? So take the time and do
So
that.
just by that, you're loosening it up?
Yes.
So when you turn the dryer on, it just pushes
It blows
up.
out, right? So vacuuming
Great.
it or loosening it up, it helps and it makes it a lot better. And you'll find that your dryer becomes more efficient and works
But
better.
that's a good thing that you just said. If you find that your clothes are not drying properly, that's
That's a big
warning.
hint.
That's
Yeah,
a big
that's a
hint.
big warning.
Now the last thing you're going to show us is a
And the last thing I'm going to
to
show you is because I started washing my car outside 2 days ago, Sunday, right?
Is this
Whatever.
from leftover potato salad?
This is actually specifically for the show, and it's nice and clean. It's a nice bucket. So, when you start washing your car,
Yes.
the mitt gets debris built up on it.
Right.
Okay, so you wash, you get all that mud off, but it's
Yeah.
on there. So when you start washing everything else, it scratches the
Scratching,
paint. It's
yeah.
horrible, right? A simple solution is this thing here from Lee Valley Tools. It's a little spacer that goes on the bottom. And it keeps the mitt off the debris that settles to the bottom.
That's
so
a
as you
good-
put the mitt in, it releases all the debris, goes to the bottom,
Yeah.
and then you're washing your car with
Yeah,
fresh
yeah.
water. So
You're
this
doing
prevents
that
damage.
while you are getting your battery ready to fix your drywall.
We can go to commercial break and come back, and I swear I can do it.
Thank you, Ram. I know, you can do it all. Rams to Talk to everybody. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Love it.